There's this piece of advice that often feels like a splash of cold water when you first start working. It's a phrase you've probably heard, and today we're going to unpack that. We're going to see why it's actually way more empowering than it sounds. And there it is. The boss is not your teacher. I mean, it's pretty direct, right? A little blunt, even. And if you're coming straight out of school, a world that's all about teaching you, yeah, that can land with a thud.
And let's be real, it sounds kind of cruel, doesn't it? It almost feels like it's shutting down the whole idea of mentorship, of growth, which just feels wrong. Like, is the workplace really supposed to be that cold?
Well, that's exactly what we're going to get into. See, this isn't about being cruel at all. It's about understanding a really fundamental shift, a shift in roles, in responsibilities, and really in the whole definition of what success even is. Okay, so let's break this down. At the heart of it, the real issue here is the core mission of a teacher versus a boss. They're basically playing two completely different games with totally different rule books. So think of it like this. A teacher's mission, it's all about cultivation. Their success is literally measured by your growth. But a boss, their mission is to generate output. Their success is tied directly to how the company is performing. Right, so a teacher's whole world just revolves around you, the student. Their main job is your development. So if you're struggling with something, the question they ask is, okay, how can I help them get better? Success is purely about what you learn. That's it. Now, let's flip that and look at a boss. Their task is all about creating value for the business. Their responsibility isn't your personal growth. It's the company's profit and loss, the bottom line. So if your performance is lagging, the question isn't how can I teach them better? It's more like, is this person actually the right fit for this role? The whole metric shifts from what you learn to what the company earns. And, this massive difference in mission leads to a completely different way of looking at one of the most important parts of learning, making mistakes. Seriously, how errors are viewed gets right to the heart of this whole thing. Okay, so for a teacher, a mistake is awesome. It's educational material. It's a signpost that says, hey, focus here. The response? Simple. Teach it again. But for a boss, a mistake is a cost. It's a risk to the business, a potential loss of money or time. It's not a teaching moment, it's an operational problem that needs fixing. And all of this really just comes down to the different end goals. School is this nurturing environment, It's focused on building your skills, where the process of learning is often just as important as the final result. But the workplace, that's a results-oriented environment. It's about solving problems and creating value. The end result is what really, truly matters. Okay, so if the rules of the game have totally changed, what does that actually mean for you? It means you've got to adopt a whole new mindset, a new set of operating principles for your career. So here's that new mindset, basically in a nutshell. First up, don't expect to be spoon-fed information. If your boss teaches you something, that's a bonus. It's not their job. Second, you have to develop killer self-learning skills. Third, you own your results, no excuses. And finally, when you get corrected or get some tough feedback, try not to take it personally. It's not an emotional critique of you as a person. It's a course correction to make the business more efficient. Exactly. Your real value isn't in just following orders perfectly. It's in driving progress when there are no clear orders to follow. It's all about taking initiative and moving things forward yourself. You want to be the person who finds the answer, not the one who just waits around to be given it. And this all leads us to maybe the most important transformation this whole piece of advice is trying to get us to make. It's a really deep shift in how you see yourself and your role. You've got to shift from being the one who is cultivated to becoming a value creator. Think about it. In school, the entire system is designed to pour knowledge and skills into you. But in the workplace, that system expects you to use those skills to contribute, to create real, tangible value. Here's another way to look at it. In school, you are the investment, period. The whole institution is investing its resources in you. But in the workplace, you're constantly being evaluated on whether or not you are worth investing in. Your salary, the projects you get, any promotions, those are all investments the company is making based on the value they believe you create. And that really leaves you with a pretty powerful question you have to ask yourself. Are your actions making you look like a cost that needs to be managed or an asset that's worth investing even more in? Is your work generating a return that makes it a no-brainer for them to back you? Now, I know this might sound a little discouraging, but it's actually the complete opposite. Really grasping this concept is the key to finally taking real ownership of your career path. You see, a mature professional just operates on a different level. They don't sit around waiting for instructions, they go out and find solutions. They don't make excuses when things go wrong, they take responsibility. And criticism? That's not a personal attack. It's just data they can use to improve. At the end of the day, their value is proven by what they get done. When you boil it all down, the workplace is a simple value exchange. You offer your skills, your time, your problem-solving abilities. In return, the company gives you a paycheck and opportunities. The more value you create, the more you get back. It's that simple. So that phrase, "the boss is not your teacher," it's not some harsh truth meant to put you down. Think of it more like an invitation. It's the key that unlocks real professional freedom and empowers you to be the architect of your own success. Because once you truly realize that your growth is your job, the whole game changes. You stop waiting for someone else to pave the way for you, and you start driving forward yourself. You become the engine of your own career. So don't wait for growth. Derive it.